Hello everyone and welcome to Erebos Gaming. We've got some more Dynasty Warriors 8 here for you. This is stage 6, the Imperial Escort, and as you can see I'll be playing with Xu Huang, a 4-star and a 3-star weapon. Not very good in my opinion for this character. Well, I won't say this character, I'd say this level, because it's quite messy, so you need a bit of strength to power on through. So the idea behind this battle is to escort the Emperor. Try not to get him killed, try not to get his carriage destroyed or taken back to wherever we came from. So as you can see I'm using Xu Huang. Now this guy's just got a beasting weapon, it's huge, and I get the sense that with this character what Koei have tried to do is to show strength, as this guy and Guan Yu end up clashing on occasion, and they're both very formidable warriors. Therefore, that's probably why he's got this massive axe, and there is a lot of moves that he has where he's throwing people around, throwing them in air. There's some serious distance. Out of all the characters I've used, this is probably one of the most unique characters in terms of all his moveset are designed in throwing people away, smacking them away. So it can get a bit frustrating when you're trying to generate a chain with enemy officers, but apart from that, he's got the strength. This move that I've just done there, the double square, triangle, triangle, gives you a nice little boost to everything. Very handy, and you can combine that with your rage attack. So when you turn your rage on, you do that, and the damage you do is serious. You could rinse them very easily. As you can see, that was just a standard swift attack. I took nearly a third of his life out, and I combined that with his alternate Muso, where he throws down his axe into the ground and creates a mountain and then does a shockwave. Pretty effective, very good damage. His jumping Muso's okay, and his standard Muso's also okay. Very well balanced character to say that it gives off this impression of strength. He's got the speed as well, which is always good. That's his alternate Muso there, because he just fires something up and then smashes it. Really effective, very good for area of effect. All the way around, I don't really have any problems with this guy when it comes to fighting multiple enemies. As you can see, whilst I've been rambling on, I've taken out God knows how many enemy officers and unit commanders all the way around. So let's start talking a bit about them. We've got 2 unit commanders in, 3 unit commanders in with this, and we've got Zhang Xin. I'm going to take him out, he's weak to my affinity, but instead we'll use that, which is your normal Muso. That's kind of it can be a good area of effect if you've built a train of enemies behind you. You switch around and then hit them. It is probably not the most reliant Muso, because obviously you need to aim, so you need to make sure you plan that one a bit more than the other Muso. As you can see, I completely missed that guy there. There's a very good example of it being used incorrectly. And the majority of this map's sped up. It's a lot of fights with unit commanders, so there's nothing really exciting. It's just mashing, trying to get through them all. Here we have 3 enemy commanders. We've got Yuan Xu. What else we've got? Yan Xian and Yuan Huan. So unfortunately 2 of these are weak to my affinity, but I just go on a Muso craze with these guys. That's a much more effective use of that Muso that you just seen there. And I managed to pick up one of these, so Muso. As you can see, it does some serious damage if you get it right. Pretty effective. I think I'm about to show off the jumping attack. No, sorry, I've changed my mind. I'm getting all those, yeah, there it is. Getting all these enemies together to hold them out. You can see there, look, that took half his life off a single Muso attack. Brilliant. And then this one, I think took out 2 enemy officers there. Or at least one, and one's pretty weak, and then send all the enemies flying. That's just a triple square triangle attack. And use that attack to wipe them all out as well. Like I say, you get the impression that this guy's not someone that you really want to mess with, especially once you get a officer with your normal attacks. You send them flying up in air there. You can see the enemies, they just get sent flying. So we're taking out Yuan Xu. Once we take out Yuan Xu, the gates will open. And we have a surprise visit from Lu Bu on this one. However, I'm not very impressed with Lu Bu on this level at all. It's supposed to be challenging no matter where he is, but this is just weak, it's pathetic. is like a normal enemy. I was actually quite shocked, so I did a quick interim save before I fought him, and he were weak. He were weak in both defense, attack. Really didn't have to worry about him too much at all. Big letdown on this level, to be honest. So as usual, what do you think of the character that I'm using? This time I'm using Xu Huang. I think he's well balanced. He's got the impression of strength, and it certainly pays out. He's got some serious damage dealing there. This is of course my opinion of him, so what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. As you can see, this is all sped up again, because yet again I'm stuck with unit commanders. I was wiping these out to help my morale. This guy won't die, he's just defending. There we go, taking him out, so we'll catch up with the carriage and get introduced to a nice little rock slide here. So I have to take out the enemy officer in charge of them, which isn't Zhang Ziu. It's another enemy officer that's just slightly further on. That was lucky. Boulders went through me. And a nice way to get that affinity down is to use the 4 squares and then the triangle attack. You kind of go into a spinning rampage. It's really good if you can hit him with every single one, and he's down. Yeah, no problem there at all. So I decided to move up. But then, yep, so after I take out Hutchera, how you pronounce his name, you never get that one right. There you go, Lu Bu comes in. So, instead of, do I kill him? I think I do kill him. Sorry, I can't remember this one. Yeah, I take this guy out and then I go for Lu Bu. Not too much of a problem at all. I'm not even worried about hitting him. You know, jumping straight in there. I mean, I'm on yellow life. Should be a bit cautious, but this guy's just brilliant. There we go, sent him flying. So let's go kick Lu Bu out, and I can show you now exactly what I mean. This one is pathetic. I don't even see the point of bringing him in. So there was the interim save that I told you about. So put my rage on. Now you remember when last time I took Lu Bu out, my rage attacks were weak. You know, I'd be lucky if I took about a 20th of his life. Look at this. I took nearly half his life off already, over half his life. Coming to 2/3. Nearly dead in one rage attack. I mean, if I triggered that with all the enemies surrounding me, I would have taken him out straight away. That's not Lu Bu. And it makes it's embarrassing actually, because without Lu Bu's added defense and the actual grind that you have to do to work on his health, his AI is so pathetic. I mean, all he does is defend. So it's a pointless battle, complete waste of time. Really disappointed with him in this one. There you go, he's out. So yeah, I wasn't very impressed with Lu Bu on this one, to be honest. So back to it, so we're moving up. I'm going to take out this enemy officer. I have to get some health. Fortunately I get some there. Just checking the affinity system there, that's why I do a switch. It's much easier to do it on a horse because you don't have to worry about the little scene that they do. So we've got Li Ju. Making short work with this guy, and we're going to go further down and we're going to bring Zhang Ji into the battle as well. Oh god, that was straight on his own. So yeah, that was the 4 square triangle attack there. Very useful. There's Li Ju's down, and Zhang Ji is going to have a serious headache after this one. There we go. He's been knocked back. I don't even know where he is. I've lost him. There he is, all the way down there. Stuck in the crowd there. Nice little switch there. Brilliant. So yeah, they don't really stand much of a chance. I do admit it took me a bit of time to get used to Xu Huang. There. Xu Huang. Oh my god, I can't say his name now. I'm not even going to attempt it again, just make myself look like an idiot. It did take me a while to get used to his skill set and his moves, but once you get familiar with them, it's a piece of piss. I mean, at this point now, the Emperor has been stolen. It's been taken by the enemy force, so it's kind of like a little mini game this. After you take out these enemies, you just have to go hunting. If you've played Xu or Wu, the map will be very familiar to the, oh, I can't remember can't remember what the maze was, but that maze where your map goes really in and you can't zoom out, that's all it is, and you just have to look for a blue dot. It's not very difficult. We're just taking out these other enemies now. We've got Xu Huang and Gao Gun. Gao Gan. Okay, fair enough. So we take these two out. Once we take these out, look for Emperor, get him, and then take out Yuan. Oh, what's his name? Zhang He and Yuan Xiao. This area effect on this range is so good. I mean, if you put on Havoc with this guy, the range would be ridiculous. You'd be able to get him from anywhere. There's one enemy officer down. We've just got this one left. There he is. He's down. So, time to hunt for the Emperor. So as I said, you look on the map, you're just looking for a blue dot. We ran into some enemy interference here. We've got WEI 2. So he's nearly down. Defending like a little girl. There he goes, he's out. And there's the Emperor. Apparently we have some enemies to take out. Not. So this bit's a bit more of an annoyance because you don't really know where you're going, just aim left. So take out these guys. Once we've taken out Zhang He and Yuan Xiao, done. They're not very happy with us taking the over. It's just a beast, this guy. I love playing this guy. I actually found a WEI officer that I'm not very, well, I won't say very impressed, that I wouldn't enjoy playing all the time. I mean, he's got his rage. I suppose I didn't really talk about his rage. His beginning bit of his rage is good, but then when he throws his weapon on fire in his second stage, it's got the damage, but it hasn't got the hits, which is a bit of an annoyance. And if they defend, you're just struggling to get the hell away from there. Unfortunately, I have the explosive attachment on there, so when I get hit in the back, the enemies get hit, and there we go, done. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you on the next episode.